This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by GoDaddy.
Hey there, welcome to another edition of App Judgment, your source for mobile application news and reviews. I'm Zach Miner, and today we have a very special guest. I'm joined today by Tara Long, the host of Destructoid, airing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Revision 3.
Yes.
And the previews editor for Destructoid.com.
Yes, previews editor.
Okay.
Thank you for having me, Zach Miner.
Oh, no, thanks for joining us. Tara's going to talk about the new PlayStation phone with us, because not only are you a gamer, but you're an Android user,
I am
right?
an Android user, yes.
So, in case you don't know, a couple days ago at Mobile World Congress in Spain, Sony officially unveiled the PlayStation phone, or as we now know it, the Xperia Play, which is basically an Android phone that has a slide-out gamepad, as well as some other more gaming-centric features. So we've been hearing rumors about this forever. It's been leaked, and so we finally know the details. So let's just run it down. So it's got a 4-inch display, right? It runs Gingerbread, Android 2.3 with the Xperia skin. And then really the slide-out gamepad is the special feature, right?
Right, so it's got the D-pad and the touch analog things, which I think are actually pretty cool. They had those on the promo videos. They were showing how they're used, and it seems way better than an actual analog stick, in my opinion.
Really?
Well, it seems like, I don't know, I don't really like small analog sticks on handheld devices. They've always bugged me, so I think this could be interesting the way it works.
Yeah, so it has the D-pad, it has all the PlayStation buttons, right? It's got 2 shoulder buttons, so it's missing one of the shoulder buttons that you would find on a DualShock, a PlayStation controller. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, it's basically a DualShock. It comes with an 8GB SD card. It's got a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. 4 inches, like we said, and then it's coming to the US in March, first to Verizon customers, which we are both. And the real special feature is that this is the first PlayStation certified phone. And so what that means is a couple weeks ago when Sony unveiled the PSP2 or the NGP, they announced this PlayStation Suite software that's basically it's like a gaming framework for a bunch of devices where you can download games, and there's probably going to be matchmaking and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's basically just like a PSN for your phone.
Right, yeah, exactly. So this is going to be the first phone that has it.
For mobile devices, it's good, and it'll be the first one to have a D-pad.
Yeah.
So I think that'll really be kind of the main draw of it. It's can get so frustrating, trying to game on an iPhone or something using the touch screen.
Right.
It's not really intuitive, you know?
Yeah.
So I think the D-pad will be the major draw of this. I am concerned about the piracy aspect, because I know Sony just announced this morning that they wouldn't be transferring your PSN titles that you already own to the device, so you have to buy all new ones. People are really, really upset about that news, and I don't blame them. And I know a lot of people now are thinking about buying the phone and just using it as kind of a piracy device, installing an SNES or a Genesis emulator on it and just playing old phones using the D-pad, because it does make it much easier to play.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think we saw some leaked videos before this device was even announced of some people running some emulators on there. And, it worked great, because it's like an old NES controller or something. So let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, and then we'll come back and wrap up with some of our final thoughts on the PlayStation Suite and the device.
Okay.
Anthony, I have this website that's kind of a secret thing. It's priceofastamp.com. So I guess it's useful, and people just bookmark it when they forget how much
I
a
have
stamp
no idea
costs.
how much a stamp costs. So that site's kind of for me.
I know. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I bought the domain name on GoDaddy.
Okay.
And you can actually host things on GoDaddy too. So I could have just done it all in one thing on GoDaddy. 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support. That's pretty legit.
Okay, so I get all my best website ideas in the bar.
Yeah.
Did this one come to you at the bar?
Oh yeah. It's you're just sitting around with people, and you're the GoDaddy app. I have an iPhone.
Okay.
So you just pull it up, be boop, priceofastamp.com.
They have
in
it on
fact, I got
Android,
so
too.
out of control that I bought how much does a stamp cost.com and all the different iterations
It's
of it.
dangerous.
Basically.
It's dangerous. I recommend only operating the mobile app for your iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry when sober.
What was the Nancy one? I'm a Nancy?
Nancy
I'm
boy.
a Nancy.
I'm a Nancy.com.
I'm a Nancy.com.
Oh, let's get isanancy.com, and that way we can put our friends' names before it. So it could be mao.isanancy.com.
.co too. That's way shorter. Tweetable. We can
I'm just
tweet
gonna.
around.
Is there a check
Mao
all?
is a Nancy.co. Way better. Fewer characters.
You can also manage your current account on there too, so if you have hosting or you have domains on there, you can do it right through the app. Check out revision3.com/GoDaddy for a list of all the amazing GoDaddy deals from Revision 3 and type in Judge10, that's our special app judgment code, so use that one, to get $799.com domain names. Bar tab, $50, domain name tab, $372. That's how we roll.
All right, so getting back to the Xperia Play, I think it's no surprise that Android has been hurting a little bit in the gaming department, right?
Yeah.
Certainly compared to iOS or something.
Yeah, they
right?
are falling behind in the gaming market. It's tough out there, you know?
Yeah.
They don't have much good stuff, and we did like a top 5 Android segment on our show a few weeks ago, and it was it was grim. It was a little bit bleak.
So this is kind of, I think, Sony's chance to try and change that and to make Android a viable gaming platform.
Right.
Granted, not through the Android software itself, but through their own kind of proprietary interface.
Yeah, and they've got actually a great launch title list already. They've got like Dead Space, FIFA, which is going to be the first multiplayer phone game ever, which this sounds amazing. I don't know.
For Android.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Android.
And then like Assassin's Creed.
So that is, obviously Sony has been a giant in the gaming world for a couple decades now, I guess. And so that's kind of their main draw, is they have these relationships with publishers. They can bring in old games or new games. And actually, that leads into the next thing, which is they're going to be bringing a lot of old PlayStation 1 content to the phone, right? So I think we heard that all the phones are going to launch with a bundled title, which I think is going to be Crash Bandicoot, an old PlayStation 1 favorite. Sony made a point of saying that this is the first PlayStation certified device, and so what I take that to mean is that it's a device that they're allowing PlayStation Suite software to be on, kind of like a Google certified Android device allows you to have the Market and the Gmail apps and stuff like that. So I think Sony is looking at this as a way to differentiate their phones from the other Android phones on the market, and to create another huge revenue stream.
Yeah, I think it'll do well, honestly. I do.
Well, that's about it. The phone will be out in March, and I'm sure we'll do an update then. For now, you can check us out on YouTube, on Revision 3, in the forums, and on Twitter. And of course, you can watch The Destructoid Show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on revision3.com/Destructoid. And where else can we find you, Tara?
Around on the internet.
Twitter,
4chan,
right?
probably.
4chan?
Twitter, I'm on Twitter at Tara Longest.
It's true, she's the
You
longest
can find
Tara
me there.
know.
I don't tweet much, but
She's a great tweeter. Don't be modest. All right, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Are you a Rev 3 superfan? Of course you are. Here's your chance to get in the game and become a part of the Revision 3 team. Go to revision3.com/streetteam and upload a video telling us why you would make an amazing ambassador. And if chosen, you can get some amazing perks like event line access, custom ambassador swag, and find your photos and video featured on revision3.com. So check it out at revision3.com/streetteam, and we'll see you there.